So this game's got a number of interesting things attached to it. I'm going to talk about them as the game goes on here, including the SEGA channel stuff and all this other stuff. But first I want to show you something really interesting. I want to do this here real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, did I do it wrong? Did I do it wrong? Well, I'll show you this much at least. Oh no, it's right there. It's right there. You get this? Let's say, fuck it. Yep. Now what I was trying to do earlier is actually a mini game where letters fall from the ceiling. And if you pick up enough of them, it actually warps you to later levels in the game. But I want to show you the whole game, so fuck it. Blue Sky Software is actually underneath Interplay, which is the company that made the Clay Fighter game that I did videos of earlier, assuming I put that up first instead of this. But Vectorman, though, was a game in the mid-90s that was released as Sega Genesis answer to Donkey Kong Country, both games being, you know, games that basically had CG-type graphics, even though it was still in a 2D environment. As the game displays the storyline here, I'm going to tell you a little bit about some gaming history stuff here. Obviously, skip forward a few minutes if you don't want to hear any of this, but I think it's interesting shit. But basically, yeah, you know, this is basically the plot line of WALL-E. You know, the Earth's fucked up, we went to the stars, robots do our bidding, and fucking we get the planet cleaned up when they work their asses off for us. But anyways, this game debuted as a beta first on Sega Channel, and I got to play the beta, and that's where a lot of people learned about it. And then once it was on the Sega Channel, they actually had giveaways for it, including one where people could submit designs for Vectorman 2, and then, you know, the winners would get to be having their shit in Vectorman 2. And so basically it's saying they attached a nuclear warhead to this master robot that's like, you know, making sure everything's running right, and he becomes this insane dictator because he's got a warhead attached to him. 90s logic. Anyways, so I was reading about Sega Channel, and I already knew a whole bunch about it because I used it all the time as a kid and stuff like that. What I didn't know is that they had to clean the signal of the broadcast signal for the Sega Channel to make it actually viable enough that it would actually transmit correctly to Sega Genesis, which means that Sega indirectly had a huge role in basically fucking making the possibility of, you know, stuff like internet and broadband and all that stuff, like high-level, high-speed internet, viable, because they basically early on made sure that we, you know, had all that stuff cleaned, unlike the electrical infrastructure, which we've got going on right now in America, that is total garbage because we basically have an electrical infrastructure that is from decades and decades and decades ago that we are going to have to spend billions, if not trillions, to fix. But Vectorman, though, basically is this robot that lands after, you know, delivering a load of sledge to the sun. He didn't get hit by the mind control effects of the crazy robot, and so he is going to save the whole planet. Let's try this again here. I'm going to try and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24. Let's see if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. So there's this. So if you want to try this, it's pretty cool. They actually put this in here. They again try to do some really original stuff with this game. But if you get, I think, a certain number of letters, you get to have a level skip. I'm probably not going to get it. Not only because I don't want to get it, but also because I'm just not going to be able to fucking get it. We'll see, though. Oh my god. Very interesting level select, though, that you can do this. No bonus. Fuck you, then. So we're going to go to the actual game here. Finally check that out. You know, because that's the point of the video, is to actually play the game. So, alright, that's great. Vectorman. The soundtrack for this game is very interesting because it's very minimalist in a lot of ways. It's very, you know, techno-soundy, but it's also very minimalist. But so you basically start the game here, and you are Vectorman. Now, the way you get power-ups in this game is by blowing up televisions. It's really cool when you shoot them. They kind of just like spin and bob around. And the more you shoot them, the faster they spin and bob around until they explode. And if you get 100 of these things, I believe, you get an extra life. I'm not positive, though. You also can see your current shot type in the bottom left, the 2 lives you've got, and then you've also got your life points, which are the 4 white globes there. So enemies in this game are not easy to kill. They usually take many, many shots. Also, the ×2 is for a score multiplier, I believe. And now I've got my first new weapon, which is a triple shot. The weapons in this game sometimes run out due to time, and they also run out due to ammo, so take that into account. You can also get a life refill and then just waste it by getting fucked in the face. You've also got a double jump, which is really nice. But yeah, this is a very interesting game, like graphically. It's very, I don't want to say dark, but very like, what's the word for it? Also, you can turn into different things, as shown here, where Vectorman turns into a drill, and then drills through the fucking ground. It's very bleak. That's the word I'm looking for. It's very bleak. It feels very inhuman. Like they captured the feel of an Earth without humanity, and with just robots very, very well. Like a very futuristic Earth that is almost entirely stripped of all organic life. They really, really captured that well in this game. And it's like, it's funny because that's actually like a bad design choice in almost all cases, except for a game where you're trying to make the world seem like it doesn't have any humans in it. Otherwise, completely removing the warmth from the game, like, really makes it unable to be, like, the players can't relate to it, basically. The players can't relate to it because it feels inhuman. They don't have anything to relate to or feel, you know, like something's normal. This is a bouncing machine gun weapon. Bounces around, you know, kind of obvious there. Duck that shit like a boss. Did not duck that shit, though. And that's how you fucking get your dick blown. The game has checkpoints, and luckily you get to retain what weapon you did have. But, yeah, don't be an idiot like me and also get your ass kicked. Also notable is that you can actually damage enemies with your jets, which I'll show you here in just a second. But first I need to turn to a fucking bomb. I think if I roll down here, there's like something you can blow up. I forget though. I thought there was like something down there you could blow up and like get rid of, but I forget what the fuck it was. But you can actually jump on the enemies with your jets and kill them that way, so. I forget how much damage it does, but I think it's a fairly significant amount, seeing as I killed that guy in just 2 shots. Also, you can get comboed by the enemies, but luckily it doesn't do extra damage. It just knocks the shit out of you. So, be forewarned on that one. Got this power up because this will be useful later on. Okay, I thought that was power up. Never mind. Maybe this one's the one I'm thinking of. Okay, it's also life. Fuck it. That was probably a power up. And here we're on to our first boss, which is a gigantic floating plane. Now this game usually makes the levels somewhat easy and then makes the bosses stupidly difficult. This one is not really a hard boss, but it's definitely not an easy one, as fucking the area you have to hit drops bombs on your ass. The 2 gigantic maces on the side of the plane will fuck you up, because they're kind of there to like bash your head in. But this is definitely the easiest boss in the game, as well it should be, as it's the first boss in the game. But the bosses, yeah, they take a lot of fucking damage, as you can see by this. This guy is taking a lot of fucking damage. And then, after defeating the boss and killing off his own fucking kind, his stomach drops as he forgets to suck in his stomach. And then the end of level theme plays. Also, this game keeps track of everything you fucking do.